Hi there, so today we're back out again on the magnificent Norman, testing out a new trail. So I'll just show you where we are. So this is the little chapel that you come to if you climb up from Marchal del Abogado, which is what we've done today. We've actually come up from here. So this is where we came up today. And now today we're going to take this trail and try and do a loop. So basically, if we take this trail, if we turn right at the end of this trail, that takes us onto my trail of death down to Aldaire. Apparently, if I don't take that right down into Aldaire, I can do a loop which should bring me back to here, and then I'll ride home back the way I came. So let's give this a go. Right, so here we go. Looks very nice so far. Oh, quite sandy there. Now annoyingly up here I seem to be getting hay fever, which is, I haven't had much to deal with this year, but something up here's doing it for me. So my eyes are watering all the time. So it's making it a bit hard to see what the surface is like in some places. So, could this be the last trail that we do before October? It could be. I can only ride off-road until the end of May now, so that's just a couple of weeks. And I don't know if I'll manage to get out on a trail again before the end of the month. So, yeah, this could be the last trail for a little while. But it's a new one, so that's good. Ah yes, Yep, I can see where this joins the road to the Trail of Death. Okay. Oh right, yeah, so I understand now. Yeah, so we come out of there when we go to our diary down the Trail of Death, and then we go through this fast section here and then down into the Trail of Death. So yeah, so instead of going there, we go here, left. That will take us up towards the main trail, and from there we can drop back down to the chapel. Yeah, so that works. Let's do that then. Now we've got markings on the dirt here, and I've also noticed there's like yellow and black tape hanging from trees, so I think there must have been some kind of maybe mountain bike or some kind of event going on, and I think the bits of tape are to designate that you're on the correct route. But anyway, we've got to go left, so we'll go left. See, there's some of that tape. That lovely grey sand. Blech. Yeah, so this is all trail that we're familiar with. The only new bit was that initial bit from the chapel down, but it was a nice little stretch. Another little bit that can be combined with other trails. This bit was always quite rough and sandy in the bends, I recall. Not my favourite section. Morgan's joined this in first gear. gnarly. There we go. Right, so we're just about to emerge onto the main trail, where we should turn left and then try and find a trail back down to the chapel where we started. But Norman just soaked it up. He soaked it up better than I did, actually. Oh. Just trees of paint. Yeah, it seems the cyclists, or whatever they were supposed to take this route. So, excellent, let's continue. Now while we're up here on Norman, I'd just like to do a little follow-up to my most recent video with my final thoughts on the Himalayan 450. Now, as those of you will know that have been around the channel for a long time, my channel isn't really a motorcycle review channel at all. It's basically just me enjoying my bikes. Of course, I do review my own bikes, sort of long-term ownership reviews from time to time. But generally, if I do a test ride, it's only because it's not a random test ride. It's because it's a bike that I'm actually considering that I could potentially buy it. So hence why I had to try the 450. Not because I'm a motorcycle reviewer, but just because it was a bike that I was potentially interested in as an upgrade to Norman here. So basically I looked at the 450 from my point of view. So that is as somebody that owns a 411 already, that's bought and paid for, and is looking at spending a fair wedge of cash if I decide to upgrade to the 450. So for me, the 450 really had to convince me 100% and really bring something that the 411 can't do. And so for me, from where I'm sitting, in my situation, I can't justify the 450. I don't like the vibes, so I don't think it's going to be significantly better at the road thing. And there were a few other things I mentioned which I think are going to make it more difficult for me to live with off-road. So please don't think that I'm saying that the 450 Himalayan is a bad bike. It's far from it. If you're coming at it from a different angle, it could be the perfect bike for you. So hopefully you've understood where I was coming from. I don't think it's a bad bike at all. It just doesn't work for me where I am at the moment. So I think this is the one we need to take. I believe so. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. It wasn't a bike review saying this bike's terrible. So if you've ordered one or you already own one, if you can live with the vibes, I'm sure you'll love it. But as I said, the Himalayan 450 just isn't a worthwhile upgrade for me, so I won't be getting one. It's off the possible list. Don't remember this being this steep. Oh well. And I think I've tended to ride up this one, so it never felt as steep. But Norman's just awesome. He wants first gear, but that's understandable. You can have it, Norman. There you go. Yeah, so hopefully this won't be my last trail until October. The off-road season has been kind of really short, so basically it's from the 15th of October normally till the end of May. So I was hoping to get out a lot more, but because we've had such awful weather, usually like gale force winds was the main problem we've had this winter. October, November, December I didn't really get out much at all, and only a few times this year, so yeah, it's been a very short season for me off-road, but never mind. We can but hope that next year might be better. Also Norman. Oh yeah, I've got a new segment for you. I'm going to hand you over now to a new segment. I better sit down for this because it looks a bit rough and I need to talk. No, I won't. I'll stand up. So the new segment, yeah, I know I spoil you, right? The new segment, it might be a regular segment, haven't decided yet, but there's a new segment coming up now. It's called Things I Learned This Week, and basically it's just one thing. So it's actually a thing I learned this week. It's one thing that I learned in the past week watching various YouTube channels. Actually, I got it wrong. The title of this segment is actually Something I Learned This Week. Yeah, I know, I got it wrong. Sue me. Look, I was up a mountain on a Himalayan. What do you expect? I also forgot to mention, if you get the context of the thing that I learned this week, i.e. you know which video I'm referring to, it would be good fun if you could pop it in your comment down below. That way I can see if you watch the same channels and the same videos as I do. Awesome, right? So here it is. Something I learned this week.
Something I learned this week.
A long-legged posh bloke who drinks a lot of coffee doesn't like plasticky indicators. Well, I hope you enjoyed that thing I learned this week. So basically, when watching all of these magnificent YouTube channels, there seems to always be something that I learn each week. So I think I'll always have content for a thing I learned this week. And here we are. We have successfully returned from whence we came. Awesome. Right, so I've got to head off down there now towards the valley to get home to Ruby and give Ruby a sausage. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it the old thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because it's awesome. And yeah, you can even hit the notifications bell if you're feeling really keen. That way you'll get a notification every time I've uploaded a video. Although generally it's always on a Tuesday evening at 6 PM UK time. Yeah, that's right. So anyway, hope to see you in the next one. I'm off home now to get Ruby that sausage. Bye bye. So Ruby, you did such a good job of looking after the house for Daddy. It's time for sausages. And today's sausages are from Topaz, Bill and Sophie. Yes, unfortunately, Angel is no longer with us. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Sophie. Miss you, Angel. Miss you.